Hey Gearheads. Yeah, 2024 has come and gone, and you might have noticed that the channel's been a little dormant since I don't even know when Bristol was. It feels like it was a million years ago when Larson won the Bristol night race. And in that time, a lot has happened in the NASCAR world, and a lot has happened with me personally. So let's kind of recap what's happened in the NASCAR world. Doesn't really matter. You know why? Joey Logano and Penske won by taking advantage of a stupid playoff system that doesn't really reward consistency. It rewards being good pretty much in one race. So congratulations to Logano for a Mickey Mouse championship that kind of doesn't mean anything, honestly. NASCAR got sued, and boy, I wish I could go into some details that I know, but if I did, literally, I would be sued. And a couple of people in the NASCAR world would be sued, and they probably wouldn't be in the NASCAR world anymore. And since I kind of like not living in a tent under a freeway, and I don't want other people to live under a tent under the freeway, I'm not going to divulge that information. It'll come out someday, and when it does, yeah, I will talk about it. But until it's leaked either by NASCAR in the court documents or by 2311 and their lawyers, I'm not going to say anything about it, which is partially why I stayed quiet on social media about the lawsuit and about everything that's happening. But the big reason that I stepped away from YouTube and the big reason you haven't seen me as much is simply because I'm tired. I am burnt out. You notice that my face is a little off. Well, that's because I'm recovering from a mild concussion. I fell a couple days before Christmas tripping on my dog, and I hit a dog gate. And I went down really hard, had a massive black eye, busted lip, and yeah, I bit a huge chunk out of my tongue. So I'm just now starting to look normal, and I'm just now starting to feel like myself again. That's why this video is coming out today instead of weeks ago when I wanted to put it out. Now, other things in the racing world have happened to me personally. Irwindale Speedway in Irwindale, California has closed, and that sucks. There's no way around it. That was one of my home tracks, and because of my relationship and working with Low Budget TV in the 2024 season, that was their home track. And Tommy and Jeffrey literally, not metaphorically, literally grew up at that racetrack. And to Tommy and Jeffrey, guys, I'm sorry that you've lost your home track, and I'm even more sorry that I was concussed the day before the final race and couldn't be there that final night with you guys. It truly was an amazing broadcast. It's up on lowbudget.tv right now if you want to go ahead and check out the entire final night out at Irwindale Speedway, and I highly encourage you to do so. It was highly entertaining, a little emotional, a lot emotional, and damn, I wish I could have been there, guys, seriously. I'm going to continue to be with Low Budget TV in 2025. If they'll have me, please guys have me. I'm told that I'm going to be doing all of the Orange Show Speedway races out in San Bernardino, California in 2025. We're still waiting on that schedule to be released publicly, so hopefully we'll have that news for you very soon. I'm also going to be going to maybe a few more Lake Havasu races out at Havasu 95 Speedway. Love the people out there. They honestly welcomed me with open arms. Low Budget TV expanded to that racetrack, and the person that was supposed to be doing those races had some scheduling issues, and I was able to go out there and fill in. My wife and I went out and we had a blast, honestly. It was great. Now, what's happening with the channel? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I was content to simply walk away with from YouTube. This is something I started in 2020 during the pandemic instead of baking bread like everybody else. And I had a blast just playing games, hanging out with you guys. And I miss that. I really do. We started to do that in 2024 over on the Team Chaos YouTube channel, but not everybody followed. Not everybody's on YouTube. And it was a struggle. I don't want to go over to Twitch because of some of their business practices. I don't want to go over to Kick because nobody else has. And YouTube's kind of the only place to go at the moment. So we're going to continue to be on YouTube. Now, we're going to move some of the Team Chaos stuff over to YouTube. Maybe 100%, maybe not. I don't know. We're going to have to wait to see what the future holds. Am I done creating content? No. I'm still going to be putting some stuff out there. It's going to be more game focused, I think, moving forward, because that's something that I have a lot of fun with right now. I'm simply burnt out. For the last 15 plus years, I have worked multiple jobs in the media industry in Los Angeles, whether that's working for the Los Angeles Angels, Coast 103.5, or the various other radio stations I've worked for. And I've had a blast. I've had a great career. I'm not here complaining about that. What I'm complaining about is the fact that I work my normal 9 to 5 working for one of my radio stations that I work for, and then come home and edit a NASCAR video every night. And on the weekends, spend my weekend glued to the TV, watching races, taking detailed notes. And because of working this wacky 7-day-a-week schedule for essentially the last 15 years of my life, I don't really have time to enjoy life. I don't really have time to enjoy my marriage, and that sucks. We're supposed to have a good work-life balance, at least that's what I'm trying to focus on in 2025. And when I more or less walked away from YouTube at the end of 2024, I actually got to spend time with family. I actually got to spend time with my wife. I actually got to enjoy life. And that was great, truly. I got to do a lot more fun activities outside the house and in the house with my wife, and we got to spend time with each other, and our marriage is strong as it's ever been, thank God. And I miss that. I want more of that. And if it means I don't get to put out daily, weekly videos, so be it. Because yes, I love interacting with you guys. I love talking about motorsports. I love reporting on NASCAR and motorsports in general for ARN, and we're still going to be reporting on arnrace.com. We're still going to be over on Low Budget TV doing some stuff, but I'm taking a step back from YouTube. I just need to. I am burnt out. For the last 15 plus years, I've been on this 7-day-a-week grind, and it's exhausting. I'm honestly just burnt out, and I need a break. And on top of that, honestly, this is a very tough year for me personally. A lot of people who are the OGs of the channel who came here in 2020 know kind of the history. And if you're new here, my wife unfortunately was diagnosed with liver cancer when she was 15. Now, fortunately, she was able to receive a liver transplant back in 2005 when she was diagnosed. But fast forward to 2020, her liver went bad according to the doctors. And she was able to get a second liver transplant and a kidney transplant. But it was a very, very difficult road. We had to go out of state over to Phoenix, Arizona, to the Mayo Clinic, which are fabulous people. They took very good care of us. But 2 weeks after the surgery, she was septic. And to say the recovery process from nearly dying from being septic 2 weeks after a major organ transplant is an understatement. It pushed us mentally, physically, emotionally, financially to our limits. I lost my job. The Los Angeles Angels simply said, you get to choose. Do you want to stay with your sick wife and help her heal through the worst moment of her life? Or do you want to come and work for us? Obviously, I chose to stay with my wife, and they fired me, which is fine. I'm not angry at them anymore, and I've moved on from that. But really, since 2020, I've been on this grind trying to kind of pick up the pieces from 2020, and it's been a struggle. Now, my wife received her liver transplant on the 26th of December, and then her kidney transplant on the 30th of December. And to say that time was difficult for us is an understatement. It pushed us right to the edge as a family, and it's something that I even still struggle with now, 4 years later. On top of that, other factors happened years later during that week that I now refer to as my hell week. A few years ago, my grandfather died during that week, and that's something that I still kind of hold on to. And unfortunately, this year, my grandmother died very recently. And that's something that my family is still kind of reeling over, and I'm still kind of reeling over. I'm not here to ask you guys for anything. I'm just simply letting you know what's going on, and that I haven't forgotten you, and that the channel's not dying. It's just in a very interesting state of transforming into something new. And I don't necessarily know what it's going to be, and I don't necessarily know what the upload schedule is going to look like and what content is going to look like. But I do know that we will be streaming whenever we're racing on iRacing, and We're going to be putting out some gaming content here in the future, but not necessarily gaming content like you normally see on YouTube. Instead of putting out single race videos and 30 plus race videos for a single season, we're going to condense them. We're going to condense 30 plus races into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos and simply show you the highlights instead of showing you hours and hours and hours worth of gameplay, because it can get pretty daunting. And is this the future of the channel? I don't know, but I know that I'm having fun focusing on just racing and focusing on the game itself instead of kind of splitting my attention between the game and you guys while I'm recording. So we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments, what do you want to see on the channel? What ideas do you have for 2025 and beyond? And hopefully you stick around. Hopefully we'll see you here, and we will continue to do videos here and there on NASCAR news, on motorsports news, vlogs and things like that when we go out to the racetracks, and interviews sporadically too, because I'm still with arnrace.com. That is still something that's very much going to be a big part of my life moving forward. But I'm in a transition phase. I am working in the radio industry at the moment, and I hope to continue to do so, but things at my job currently are changing, and change is often difficult, but it is necessary. Nothing ever stays stagnant in this world. You're either growing or you're shrinking. And unfortunately, right now, the radio industry is going through a change. My company is going through a change. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a change. And where I shape up and fit in to that change has yet to be determined. It's something that I've been trying to figure out for the last few months, and hopefully it's something that we can figure out pretty quickly here. But my family is struggling right now, and going into the new year, it just felt right to update you guys and let you know where I stand, and that I haven't forgotten about you guys, that the channel isn't going away, but it's changing into something new. And hopefully you're going to continue to be here and be a part of it. No, you're not going to see me putting out videos bashing drivers. No, you're not going to see me putting out videos recapping races anymore, but you're still going to see NASCAR motorsports content on this channel, just focusing more towards gaming. And if that's not your cup of tea, I completely understand. I wish you all the best. And I hope you give the new channel a chance as it continues to grow and evolve. But I do want to hear from you. Did you guys have a good holiday season? Are you guys looking forward to the new year? Will we see a good NASCAR season? We'll see. But I truly want to thank you for being here, and hopefully we'll continue to be here for years to come. For, I guess this is shifting gears, although it's not really shifting gears. I'm Alan Bailey. We'll see you at the track. Bye, Gearheads.